Fear can feel good if we're not really in danger. Not everyone loves scary movies. Before dying, you will see your memories in a dreamlike pattern. The term life review or flashback. We care more about a single person than about massive tragedies. In another University of Pennsylvania study, one group learned about a little girl who was starving to death, another learned about millions dying of hunger, and a third learned about both situations. People donated more than twice as much money when hearing about the little girl than when hearing the statistics. And even the group who'd heard her story in the context of the bigger tragedy donated less. Psychologists think that we're wired to help the person in front of us. But when the problem feels too big, we figure our little part isn't doing much. Fear can feel good if we're not really in danger. Not everyone loves scary movies, but for the people who do, there are a few theories as to why, the main one coming down to hormones. When you're watching a scary movie or walking through a haunted house, you get all the adrenaline, endorphins, and dopamine from a fight or flight response. But no matter how scared you feel, your brain recognizes that you're not really in danger, so you get that natural high without the risk. Food tastes better when someone else makes it. Ever wonder why that sandwich from the takeout place down the street tastes better than the ones you make at home, even if you use the same ingredients? One study published in the journal Science found that when you make yourself a meal, you're around it so long that it feels less exciting by the time you actually dig in. We'd rather know something bad is coming than not know what to expect. Researchers who published their work in the journal Nature have found that it's less stressful to know something negative is about to happen. For example, there's no chance we'll get to a meeting on time than when we don't know how things will work out. For example, we might be on time after all. That's because the part of our brain that predicts consequences, whether good or bad, is most active when it doesn't know what to expect. If stepping on the gas will help us beat traffic, we'll go through that stress instead of just accepting that we'll have to come up with a decent excuse when not if we're late. Studies have shown that consuming food without preservatives will increase IQ by up to 14%. While eating nutritious foods does take care of our physical body, it can also play a huge role in our cognitive health as well. Healthy foods create a mind and body connection that help with our overall health and longevity. But we had to ask ourselves, what are the best foods to have for our brains? The best foods for your brain are those that are high in good probiotic bacteria. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and miso are great options for taking care of your brain via your gut. They're also super tasty. During the 7 minutes of neural activity you will have before dying, you will see your memories in a dreamlike pattern. The term life review or flashback before death refers to a claimed but scientifically unproven phenomenon widely reported as occurring during near-death experiences, in which a person rapidly sees much or the totality of their life history. It is also widely believed to happen to each dying person in general. Life review is often described by people claiming to have experienced this phenomenon as having their life flash before their eyes. If you can't interrupt the stream of thinking at night, write it down. This is going to put your mind at ease so that you can relax. An estimated 40 million Americans cope with insomnia each year, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention considers it a serious public health problem. Many people grapple with sleeplessness now and then, often due to stress from personal or economic issues. That's called acute insomnia. Here are some ways to deal with insomnia. Stay active. Exercise can help people sleep better and feel more alert, experts say. Watch what you drink. Reduce your caffeine intake, and avoid it at least 8 hours before bedtime. Create a quiet, relaxing bedroom environment. That means no watching TV, playing video games, checking email on your smartphone, even reading. We would like to break more laws if one law is too strict. We only hear about the sensational cases of lying and cheating, but these small moral transgressions add up. So it's worth trying to understand why people do wrong. Many of my narcissistic clients often believe that they are entitled to do whatever they want. They simply do not believe that the rules apply to them. They may also lie to get someone else to break a rule for them that gives them some minor benefit and will brag about it later. They are restless and easily bored. They sometimes break rules and lie simply for their own amusement. Many psychopathic people speak contemptuously of people who live average, law-abiding lives. Some think of themselves as wolves and the normal people as sheep who are their natural prey. If you liked our content, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon.